when you.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. DJ HAMP, the Stamp, we in the building. Let's get it, man. Salute to everybody that's here. I appreciate y'all. You feel me? The ladies' POV in full effect. You heard? Jay Lynn, what's popping?
What's up?
What's goody? Let me see. Check. Oh, you was loud before. Say something.
How about now?
Yeah, I think it's about the same.
Oh.
Callie, what's popping?
Wow.
What's up? I like how you cut me off there earlier.
Nah, my hand slipped.
We good, Hemp.
My hand slipped. You know how that go. You know what I mean? You know I don't do shit like that for
we
me.
Good, though. It's all great. I got my buzz ball, got my girls. I'm chilling.
You gotta stop drinking that cheap liquor, B.
Why? It's cheap and it gets the job done. Okay,
nah,
that's how you save
boy,
money.
that shit got too much residual on it. You heard? Mad
so you talking about the
sugar, breath stink, all that.
Hey, well, you know I'm at home. I'm only bringing on people who love me.
That cheeseburger do make your breath stink. I ain't gonna lie.
Hell yeah, man. That's a fact. Rebecca, what's popping?
Perfect. I'm back. That's all I gotta say.
Yo, man, what we doing with the page, man? I need more posts and all that. What's goody?
I gotta get more comfortable because right now hubby is doing all the grunt work of the recording and the editing. So I need to get on my job as well. So that's where we at.
All right, man. You know what I'm saying? I was promoting the page. I'm like, oh, I need more posts though. Feel me? We need inspiration and it comes from all places. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be bullshitting right at times. And then I'll see like CJ post something in the Discord or something. You know what I'm saying? Or he'll actually be like, hey, Hamp, did you work out? And if I was thinking about not doing it, I definitely end up going that day. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or if I see Lee in his backyard with them African weights, I'm like, okay, let's get to it. You feel me? Like that shit matters. You know what I mean? So it was good.
Hey, y'all.
What's up with you? Whose shirt? Where your shirt at? Where your shirt at?
This is why I'm holding the camera up so high because you know, yeah.
That's why you got it right.
Trying to,
I appreciate the effort, man. You know what I mean? I know you always had glasses, sir.
Yes, I really can't see.
Word? Why you try LASIK?
No, I don't like stuff like that. I'll just wear the glasses.
I got you. Yeah, seeing perfectly is a waste of time. I get you.
No, it's just something about a laser going to my eyeball. I don't know.
Don't you do drugs? Don't you smoke marijuana and shit like that?
What does the marijuana got to do about a laser going to my eyeball?
Say less. Lady Di, what's popping?
Perfect. What's up, y'all?
What's up with you? You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You getting any sleep? How the baby sleeping?
Every 2 to 3 hours.
Oh, sound about right.
Yeah.
Sound about right. That is the first 2 months be all right. It's the next 2 months. Yo, it's like, what? Who made this nigga like this? You know?
Yeah, just going through it right now. So I'm here.
That's what's up, man. Yo, babies, bro. Some baby, they come out, boy, they be. I ain't gonna say it, but God don't make the mistakes, but he gets sleepy from time to time. That's for sure. babies look crazy. Let me see in the chat real quick. We get it popping, man. John, what's goody? My brother Jonathan in the building with a 20 ball says, I love you niggas.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
Shots on me at that meetup. Say less, man. Salute to John in the building. Fit fam for the first 20 ball of the day. Didn't fit. Salute to my Ak Ezekiel Ben Israel in the building who gifted 1 membership, man. Whoever got blessed with it, please maintain it. Say thank you. Hakeem with the $5 says, whenever sister 3 times and misses whatchamacallit hit the panel, we lit. Aaron with the $2 says, Littell saw it back up off the camera. Boogers is showing. Nah, she can't, man. She got a scantily clad shirt on, man. She doing what she got to do. You feel me? Thanks, Shaw. Frozen. She frozen? Oh, there she go. There she go. There she go. Damn, man. So what's up with y'all? Y'all feeling all right?
Feeling nice and yummy, Hamp.
Feeling good. Feeling good. Feeling great.
Eyes, man. She made me want to take a shot, man. You know what I mean? Never mind. You can turn me back off with that shit. That shit. I was almost about to get up. Then I seen what she was drinking. I'm like, nah, it ain't worth it no more. You know what I'm saying?
3 for 10 at Kroger. 3 for 10.
Jeez Louise, boy. That shit is diabolical, son. All right, man, let's get it, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. So I got a couple questions, but before I get there, man, did y'all see about the chopped man? I didn't actually watch this yet. Mr. Fantastic told me about it. Have y'all heard of this before? The chopped man. Now, the first thing that jumps out to me is they said chopped is like basically ugly, I guess. Unattractive.
Is he really tall, like 7 feet?
No. So I think she about to describe it. So this right here, I don't know if she came up with it or she expounded upon the idea of the chopped man. You know what I mean? But it always be somebody who don't got no business talking like that. Look at her. You shit me? Yo. Come on, man. What's she gonna say? I know she not gonna call nobody unattractive, is she?
She just might.
She just might is crazy, son. She look crazy. All right, let me see. Turn this
all
up.
very much aware we are living through a chopped man. So as we're all very much aware, we are living through a chopped man epidemic. And there's a big shortage of baddies. It's gone so bad to the point that, like, if I see an attractive man, it genuinely makes my day. I was walking on the sidewalk earlier and I saw a cute guy in his car. So I waved to him and he smiled back at me. And obviously he drove away after that. But I was like, oh my God, a cute guy? This was at 6:50 p.m. It's 7:17 and I'm still like, oh my God. And I feel like this is going to power me through my evening. Like, wow, I actually saw an attractive man today. Like, diamond in the rough, needle in the haystack. Seriously. So as we're all very much...
She can't. She cannot. She shall not. I rebuke her. How y'all all look alike and you look like this? Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
James said she looked like a tree.
A tree?
Yo, you know what she looked like? She looked like that nigga from the Goonies.
Yo.
You know how they be like, you look like you easy to draw? It's one of those kind of things.
Oh my
Not
goodness.
easy to draw.
Yes.
That is hilarious. I'm stealing that, Becca. I promise I'm stealing that.
No,
Funny.
that was some real shit.
Yo, easy to draw, nigga. Yo, she gotta chill, son. Yo, my goodness, man. Look at Duke. She look. Come on. I mean, it's almost like I just want to speed past this, bro. Like, there's no way, right? There's no way she walking around talking about men are unattractive. What say y'all? Y'all think men out here looking crazy?
No, I would say that the majority of the people that I see, the majority of the men that I see are not just straight up hideous. Some are more attractive than others, yes,
Sure.
but I can't say that the majority of niggas is just walking around here just ass ugly.
Yeah.
Maybe she was talking about her line of people is ugly.
Oh, her,
Just
the
Not her
Orientals?
line.
They all look the same. The fuck?
Her line of people.
How ugly can you get if y'all look the same? Like, yo.
Ever seen her type though? Like they not cute. I'm just saying.
Yo. Come on, man. Get the fuck. Somebody get me a drink. You know what? Man, listen, bro. She look easy to draw. Are you fucking kidding me? Yo, come on, Jay. Everybody else done spoke, nigga. What's popping? What you think?
Yeah, no, niggas are not hideous. I don't know what she talking about.
What y'all rate her?
A 4.
I don't know.
2.
I don't know is worse than 2.
What you rate her, Saw?
Oh, I said a 4, but maybe it's like a 3.
3. What you rate her, Jay? Huh?
Whatever everybody else said. 3.
Come on, man. Grab your
3.
nuts. What you rate her?
3, I guess. 3.
Miss, she look easy to draw. What you rate her? Jesus Christ.
3. A 3. Yeah.
Lady Di, what you rate her? What you name her is nasty work, son. That's nasty.
Well, if you play her again on mute, I'll tell you.
Huh?
Play the video. Because it's all about angle, you know?
I can't, bro. I hate how she look.
Her eyes remind me of
4?
Yeah. She might be cute if she smiled.
Nah, the smile because it show that
it's
bottom
just
row.
her eyes, man.
That bottom
It's
row.
her
Shit.
eyes, man.
It's her eyes, Jay? Are you serious? You talking about?
Bro, look at her. It remind me of this, bro.
Yeah, but Jay, you talking about 6 billion people. Her eyes, nigga? You fucking serious?
All their eyes do not look like that. I'm be real.
I gotta put this on members only, nigga. Y'all wildin', son. Jalen just said her eye. Damn, there's 6 fucking billion of them, nigga. Her eyes, nigga.
Her eyes are off kilter. They're unbalanced.
You had one job. You was silent, and then you go for the gusto.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God, yo.
I mean, you wanted her to speak up.
Hey, it's my fault.
Shit like that.
Dan Lee was popping. Shit like that. He's a G's Louise. Did I say G's Louise? I don't know, man. Hit the like button. That was easy, man. Niggas ain't walking around here chopped. Everybody got work to do for sure, right? We can all improve, but if you chopped, you gotta watch your mouth, B. Right? You can't be walking around here looking like a barilla talking about niggas is chopped. You shitting me? You know what I mean?
That's why I always say I can't be the people I talk about.
Real shit though. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. So now Lady Di covered this regarding B. Simone. So I wanted to get a few different opinions from the ladies. There's a couple ladies missing, but we're gonna keep it running. Now, this part specifically, and I heard Charlemagne talking about it, and the sentiment was like, who feels sorry for B. Simone? know what I'm saying? It was him, just hilarious. And it's like she like ostracized her community in a bunch of different ways that would support her. They were mentioning like the Martin Luther King shit that didn't sit well with a lot of people, right? Even the Aaliyah comparisons, I heard people kind of have a disdain or distaste about that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I will say when I was looking, I could see how she could say it, but she just kept dressing up as Aaliyah over and over. You know what I'm saying? Like different poses. And people take Aaliyah personally. You know what I'm saying? And then the H&M shit. So when I'm in a mall, when I look at H&M, it seemed decent. But she's like, I can't be in Bloomingdale's. I gotta go to H&M. Like put them in the back. Like
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
And it's just like how? What do people say if they shop at H&M? Like, do they feel a way if you're a fan of a creator of a comic? Like, it just seemed like she don't understand landscape. You know what I mean? What you think, Rebecca?
So I got to look at a little bit of the interview because the first time of me even like hearing about it was actually through the show earlier today. And I seen like a clip, but I never actually watched it.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched a little bit of the clip today of her interview, and just off of the strength of what I heard, and it was maybe like 20, 30 minutes into it, I was like, why is she acting like, if she's talking about where she came from and all of this, why is she not remembering this and being like, you know, I probably should have spent my money better than what I was spending it before, or, you know, invest in, like, you know, Lady Di was saying earlier as well. So I'm like, why are you saying all this stuff? Like, you're trying to be people that you've seen growing up, that you didn't start out as. You weren't a child actress. You didn't start from money. You started from dirt. So if you started from dirt, remember where you came from and be like, let me create generational wealth, and let me not try to live like the people who have already, you know, surpassed me before I even became who I am. And the whole icon stuff to me was just corny. I'm just going to keep it real. I'm like, nah, you still kind of at the beginning. That's just my mindset. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but she's still at the beginning stages to me.
Yeah. And I think you're accurate, right? I think she's 35 years old or so. And that game is up and down, right? Especially being a comedian. I would argue that's one of the hardest performers to be. Now, this is one part, and I just thinking about like her modus operandi, right? How you do anything is how you do everything. So the interview in which this came from, there was a part that was like extremely interesting that I wanted to watch with y'all. This part here, let me see.
I feel as your friend. I mean, this was the hardest season of my
So
life.
she's saying, I'm gonna tell you how I feel as your friend. That's what she opened with, all right? Because it kind of cut off. I just want to make sure y'all understand that.
This last year. And sometimes when the public perception is like being a best friend with a celebrity, everybody thinks that, oh, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got
it, or they helping you.
Baby, when I tell you, didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom, all this happened to me this past year.
Jesus.
And then it's like to not have resentment in my heart towards you because I saw you do this for other people. I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, like I love him. That's my soul. And I can't nobody didn't give me a handout, but guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed.
Jesus.
I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid. Because whatever I'm building my story too.
Keep God and Jesus out of this nonsense.
Yo, but like, did she hear her? It's like she don't hear. It's like she thinks she not talking to her. Did she hear her say, I'm trying not to be resentful to you? Did she hear that? Like, you see what I'm saying? It's like she just disconnected. I'm bugging? Huh?
Nah, you're not bugging. I don't think she heard it.
No.
She didn't hear that.
She didn't associate herself with what her friend was talking about, which is crazy. Because if that's her friend, she'd be like, oh, I know my friend and I understand my circumstances. She might be talking to me. She didn't put two and two together. So
I mean, honestly,
Yeah, that ain't connect.
if I was in her shoes and I had a best friend or whatever, I would help my best friend because why not? You showed loyalty to me, so I'm gonna help you out, and I don't see nothing wrong with it. Just don't be helping out 20 best friends. You know, some people be doing too much.
Yeah, 100%. But she's like my best friend. I guess best. I thought best was like absolute. How many best
That's
friends
like
can you have?
that's like Gurnier's sister's best friend.
And she said she saw somebody give a check, and B Simone literally sitting across from her saying Jesus after she done kind of called her out. Like, you know what I mean? Called her out.
Yeah. It
Did
was some major disassociation going on right there while she was talking to her for real.
Either
yeah.
that or she tried to play it off because it was a podcast and be like, yeah, she ain't talking about me. You know what I mean? And just tried to play it off. So
Yeah.
either willfully ignorant or
Mhm.
she was trying to not associate herself with what her friend was talking about.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
you know, some women are afraid to kind of tell the truth to their friend. So she was just trying to be like, let me just say it this way and see if she'll catch it.
Yeah,
Failed.
that's who. Yeah. I agree
Man, I
with
mean,
that.
the friend was accountable. At
Yeah,
least she's like, I know
I
it's not
agree with
true.
y'all too. I feel like B Simone is just very dismissive, in nature. Like that's just part of her characteristics.
Mm, okay. So, and I think she's being willfully obtuse, to be honest. Because the girl said, you know, it's difficult not having resentment towards you. She said that, right? That's a direct statement. And then she continued to expound on her experience in that last year. And she also said, I saw you, possessive pronoun, give a check to somebody else. Right? So those two things are very distinct. Check and resentment, those type of things seemingly jump out. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't care, then all that shit just jumbling. Right. And it kind of speaks to the experience. And in this part, right, this is older. I remember I saw her with this woman on the podcast here, and they had like a thing too.
Remember what she did to Megan Ashley? So Megan Ashley was going through a divorce with her husband at the time, going through a tough time. So she began to lean more on her friend B Simone. B Simone got very upset and very angry, or very irritated that Megan Ashley was leaning on her more emotionally, and she didn't want to deal with the emotional burden. So apparently that took a toll on their relationship, and B Simone essentially let her know we're not friends on the podcast. And they was trying to talk through their friendship, but apparently they didn't do a good enough job at working out being friends to have a great for real in real life herself.
Just in general.
So she left.
That
now or before?
Just in general throughout our relationship.
It hasn't always been the easiest, no.
Okay.
It hasn't always been the easiest.
Okay. Well, I'm open to the truth now. We ain't got no option now. We're gonna have to, I'm open to that now. I'm verbally saying that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, like I said, I think when you realize some hard truths about yourself, and that's already a hard thing to deal with in general, just like being open and honest about you, and then having to be open and honest when there's so much uncertainty, that's a little bit uneasy. That doesn't always feel good. Even though it's necessary, it just isn't easy.
You're saying uncertainty as far as where we're standing?
Yeah. It just feels very uncertain.
Really?
Yeah.
Even with like me saying this is how I feel, this is like being very upfront with that?
As far as what?
Our conversations and stuff. Like do you feel like I'm not clear when we have dialogue on where I stand? Or
I feel like, without trying to divulge too much, I feel like in recent conversations, you've been very clear about wanting a business relationship only.
Right.
So, and I think that that's going to be very difficult to navigate. I just think that conversation is difficult. I don't know how you go from somebody being, such a good friend to I don't want a relationship with this person anymore.
Well,
ever.
I never said I don't want a
Well,
relationship.
you said I want a health. I just want
to focus on the purpose.
Yeah. Well,
which is no for sure.
Imagine your best friend telling you on a podcast.
It just literally just goes into like, if I got to fall out with my mans, we not gonna be able to work together for real. If we was actually friends. You on mute, Kelly.
I'm trying to figure out what she meant by just focus on the purpose. Was she talking about the business aspect of it or the purpose of being a friend with you?
No, the business, yeah, doing the podcast. I think she said the podcast name. I think that was the podcast name.
Oh, okay. I'm
Know what I'm saying?
but yeah, if we were friends like that and we had a falling out, I can't be around you like that. I'm hurt at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we can't be chums.
That's what I thought, man. And then, you know, obviously, just to make sure we play the clip.
It's my finances. Like the budgeting, you see how I am nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah.
Like I notice it in me now, just nitpicking. And it's not even, I just don't have it like to spend the liquid. Yeah. I'm used to having liquid. I'm used to seeing a certain amount in my account. But
that's what it's really about right
now. I mean, it sounds like she shop at H&M, I guess. All right.
Maybe she mad she had to go back to H&M. That because she said it like she threw up in the back of her mouth.
How long was she hot for? What if she was hot?
Probably just like a year. She was hot on Instagram first, and then she got the deal with Nick Cannon on Wildin' Out.
Yeah.
She became a multi-millionaire from having a book. She had best-selling. Well, she grew her audience on Instagram. I think she got like a million followers, and then she sold a book to them, and that made her a multi-millionaire.
Okay. What you said, Jalen?
Oh, well, shit. I may go into like a whole diatribe, so I apologize. But I watched that whole podcast. And I think it speaks to like bigger conversations. Like for one, women being more weary about who they're in community with regarding other women. Don't be weary of that. Every woman is not your friend. Every woman is not out for your best interests at all. Like please don't think you could just be nice to every woman that you see. You need to be weary just like you are with men. Secondly, I get that she's on her new journey of finding God and everything. So I don't want to be too harsh on her on that. But I think it's performative from everything I've seen this far compared to her ex-friend, Megan. I think that she's just hopping on this train of all of these influencers turning religious out of nowhere. They're just all turning to God out of nowhere, and I'm like, is this a trend now? Y'all making this a trend? This is a weird ass shit right here. Like y'all just all want to.
Who are they?
And it's specifically women that used to be promiscuous. Specifically, used to be highly promiscuous women. All of them now all of a sudden are just modest, and they all want husbands and they want children, and they read the Bible like it's the greatest book on earth. 6 months ago, you just fucking, I don't know. I think it speaks to a bigger conversation. I think that finding God is not going to help you get a man. I'm gonna be honest. Reading the Bible is not going to help you get a man. It's not. You need to do some inner work. And it's evident that B. Simone has not gotten there because she's still fighting with herself about H&M and Bloomingdale's. I didn't know that was a fight to have. You got clothes, man. There's people out here not able to buy any clothes. Got holes in their shirts and shit. be walking around musty, can't even afford deodorant, and here you are complaining about Bloomingdale's and H&M. That's some bullshit. Like, ain't no way you following God like you say you are, if that is on the top of your mind. So let me shut up. Y'all go ahead, because this shit triggered me. She's getting everything that she manifested. Because she made a manifestation book. Whatever she manifested about not having a 9-to-5 nigga, she manifested that in her finances. Whatever she said about all these women being fake, she manifested that in this podcast by showing everybody that she faked her own best friend that was literally struggling. I guess her manifestation tips work. How do you, girl?
And I
Go ahead.
I agree. I definitely agree with you, Jalen. And there's nothing, nothing wrong with her if she does feel like turning to God is gonna, change her in a way. But it's always about how you do things. Now, we don't know their backstory. We don't know if Megan, is the type of friend that was the type of friend that's supposed to be the type of friend, as far as guidance, kind of setting her straight. From what I can see, it does, even though she may be like walking on eggshells when it comes to being direct, and that may be why she, didn't catch the message. But as far as B. Simone trying to have a new routine, it may not look like how we start a new routine as, normal everyday people. So I definitely see the performative aspect. And maybe it's because she's in a light. But just because you say you're doing something doesn't mean that you're always doing it. So if you are turning your back on people who are actually there to help you, it may look, especially if you're in the public eye, it may look shady. Like, why are you doing this? If this person seems like they're actually trying to help you, why are you doing that? And then why are you now turning to this and thinking that you need a whole transition in order to become a new person when all this time you've been this person? So why are you changing? And I think that's something that we don't understand as normal, average day people, that celebrities go through, and we're like, okay, so why does this have to be publicized? Why are you doing all this extra stuff? So those are a lot of questions that we may not have answers to as well. That's kind of how I look at it as well. But I definitely agree more so with Jalen as far as it looking performative, just because we don't have those answers to those questions.
I'm sorry, let me clarify. I'm not saying that turning to religion is bad. I'm saying in the way that it is performative, and it literally directly speaks in scripture that you need to do inner work. It's not just you wake up to go to the gym at 6 a.m., eat healthy, and that's it. And you go to church. That's not it. And the ones who are actually trying to permanently change their lives and follow what God wrote and said knows that. This girl is literally complaining about shopping at H&M. I don't think she know that. I don't think she there yet. Just saying. So, no, it's not going to help you find no man. No. Sorry. Hate to tell you. No man's just not going to pop up out of thin air just because you read Genesis.
Damn. You don't think so?
No, it's not. God ain't Santa. God ain't Santa Claus. That's not how that works.
Damn. So who are you talking about? Like Brittany Renner, B. Simone?
And there's this other girl, like, forget her name. There's this one other one that she was literally this relationship coach, and then she switched to just being this godly person out of nowhere. I forget her name, but it's another black girl. But yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know, man. It's a book. It's a compilation of books. God ain't that goddamn hard to find, man. It's pretty straightforward, bro. But I ain't gonna get into that today. Perfect. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. TC in the building. Appreciate you, my G, for becoming a member. Aaron with the $2. Women don't care about other women unless men are around. Aaron with the $2. J-Tastic drop jewels for the fellas every Tuesday. Black Dawn with the $10. Boo hoo. I have to shop at H&M now. Goofy ass. That's a fact though. Black Dawn with the $5. Someone play Mr. Crab's smallest violin. Jonathan with the $5. Drop Rebecca for saying a bunch of nothing. Grab your nuts respectfully. Jeez,
Never mind. I'm gonna leave that for later. I'll talk to him later.
Louise. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, man. So we have tons of conversations, man, you know, about men and women, the DMP conversations, the landscape, you know what I'm saying, the dating pool and etc., you know? And it's a whole bunch of, I think it's more poor experiences than good ones. You know, often what's communicated is what was done wrong, what happened that was negative, and etc. You know, niggas ain't shit specifically. And would it be men's mental health month, which I wanted to ask y'all, like, when you was outside, now that you inside, you know, growing up, what has been y'all experiences with the men that are in your lives? Has it been what we hear on YouTube and TV? You know, like, what are the good things that you know that are out there? Or are you guys seconding the notions that the dating pool is really just full of shit and piss? Talk your shit. Let me know, man. I'm trying to understand. Who's still outside? Is Sean outside, technically? How long she been with the old nigga?
This is crazy. I really don't feel like it's that bad as people make it, but I don't know.
What do you know? Hold on. Can I hear her? Sa,
Oh, I couldn't hear you. My phone went out. I'm sorry.
what do you know, Sa?
I don't feel like it's that bad. Like well, when I was outside, I didn't come across a lot of like, I guess, manosphere men. So it was just like, for the most part, I feel like a lot of people, as I've got older, are dating with intentions. Like they are looking to build some type of marriage, if not a marriage, a partnership.
Now, why'd you say you haven't run across a lot of manosphere men? What does that mean?
Like from the talk that we have, like in Discord, it'd be a lot of, oh, I'm not doing this for a female. I expect that. And I just feel like when people are outside, like living regular lives, people they compromise a lot more than what they like to lead on.
I don't understand. So, what's one thing that they say that is in hyperbole that you don't think exists in the real world? Like, what's an extreme that you like? This doesn't manifest in real life.
That most females are what's the word, like unruly, ruly, like they just like out of control and just disrespectful.
So, you think most women are not that?
I don't feel like, yeah, I don't feel like that. I feel like most women give respect to men off the premise of them just being men, until some lines are crossed.
Oh, so it's the men's fault essentially why the women have that conduct?
I mean, I don't want to say that, but I just feel like as a whole, I feel like women do give men respect just because they're men.
Okay. And then men push them, which is why we get the bad behaviors.
You can say that.
Okay. Everybody agree with that sentiment? It's an interesting sentiment. Do you guys agree with that sentiment? Anybody?
On the
Broadcast.
majority, I would say yeah, because if she, well, here come an if, but if she like you, and she ain't finna go out of her way to disrespect you because she like you, she wants you around. Now, if you ain't pick up on no clues or something like that, then that's something different, you know. But yeah, if she like you, she ain't finna go out of her way to disrespect you and pointing fingers in the face and all that kind of shit like that. It's
That's a
But
mature. That's a mature lady, though, Callie. I don't think a lot of women like. Yeah. Go ahead.
I would say that's more so like regular.
No, it's not. No, it's
So
not.
women
y'all
that
just
like
coming
women that
across.
like their men, women that like the man that they with, will sit there and call him a fuck nigga and all kinds of stuff like that, just off GP.
Well, I guess the ladies I'm talking about might not like their man then, but they still with him. So that's why I'm like, they must like him. You still with him, right?
No, because there's some gutter snipes out there that will be with somebody who they don't like just for whatever reason it is. Who knows? Like she using him for something. I mean, just like strictly using him. She don't like him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that the majority of women are with niggas that they don't like.
So like the relationships that we see, it's not many, but the ones that's out there, a lot of those relationships are failing, right? And if I feel like they like their man, or they're showing that they like their man, they don't treat them. Some of them don't treat them with respect at all, just because they like them. I don't think like is enough. Love is not even enough. It's based off of like what they did that day. So like if your husband pushed you off, you might not just curse his ass out and stop talking to him for a couple of days and be like sleep on the couch. You might not do that, but women are doing that. Like they could be pissed off for just that moment, and they already talking off the side of their neck, not thinking about who they talking to. They talking to the man that they sleep with. Like I feel like it's weird. I don't know. Like if somebody was talking to me like that every day, they better watch where they sleep at night, because I'm gonna be like looking over you over the bed. Like I feel like women not thinking about that. Yeah, like what did you say to me, nigga? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like it pisses people off. So for them to be pissing people off because you don't like something that they did, and they not thinking about who they talking to, is weird to me. Like you wouldn't want nobody talking to you like that, right? Those are fighting words, right? They're using fighting words, and you saying that to the man that you sleep with.
Right, saying stuff that you can't take back. Right, yeah, I got you on that, and I'm not denying that them bitches out there exist or whatever, right? But this is just from my opinion or whatever. I don't think that's the majority of women out there.
Yeah,
that's on that type of time.
I agree.
They exist for sure.
I agree with what Lady Di is saying too. I just don't I don't feel like it's a whole, because sometimes when they speak about it, they will make it seem like it just be random women that they encounter that's just like rude. And I just don't think that happens as often.
So I guess we should define rude then, because to me, in a relationship, rude could come off any type of way. If your man tell you, "Hey, I don't think you should do that right now," women will be like, "Nah, I'm doing that." That's bad, because you're not even considering what this man is telling you. That's part of it to me. That might not be like as drastic as somebody cursing you out, but if you can't even consider, that's the same shit to me.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm talking about. The whole
definitely on the same freeway for sure.
Yeah. It's all in perspective of your relationship, though. Like, what is your boundaries for your man? If your boundaries are what you're saying, Callie, for your man, then it's different than what Lady Di is saying. But I'm with Lady Di on this. Like, if my husband says this is not what I want, or I may be doing something that's out of pocket to him, if I continue to do that, it's gonna be disrespectful to him, because he, you know what I mean? He's already said this is not what I want. So in bounds of your relationship, that's what it more is in perspective than, okay, this is what it is. That's why it's hard to be like, okay, if you do this, because it's all in perspective to your relationship and what's tolerated.
No, yeah, I got that. That what you just described right there would be in the slow lane or whatever. But when it comes to the manosphere niggas, as what Saudi described or whatever, how they talking like everybody that they encounter is in that fast lane where we doing this shit here. So I get it. Like it's on the same freeway for sure, different lanes, but all headed in the same, I guess, disrespect destination. They all headed north.
But that's like, so behind closed doors, we don't see the drama, but we hear the drama. And when you just hear the detail of the drama, you be like, that conversation sounded like both of y'all was wrong or something like that. Because some people, they telling themselves on the story, on the story that they're telling, especially if you ask questions. I used to listen to all type of stories back in the day. Now I just be asking, because I be like, your story is not adding up. In my head, I won't say it out loud, but I'm like, that shit ain't adding up. Now I just be like, okay, so what did he say? What did you like? I'll get more detail, and then that's when you hear the nonsense. And I think it's because that's what I do right now, right? I be helping people and stuff. But like from the stuff that I've been hearing lately, the last couple years, it's both. But I feel like because some of us women don't know how to talk to a man, like we don't talk the same. The language between how me and you converse right now is different to how you converse with your man. Is very different. I would say for majority. I'm not saying all men are the same, but we not the same. So I don't know. I just think it's a lot of disrespect to me. That's majority from what I've been seeing. But I do know what you're saying. You're not going out in the street, like going to Target and you see women just out there disrespecting their man. Yeah, I wouldn't say I see that either. But
I would say those types of women, if I were to have a theory, I think those types of women who feel like they're fully okay with like being disrespectful to that level have been babied. Like nobody's given them any type of consequence for their behavior ever. That's how I feel. I feel like the people that have been around them did not give them the teachings and the discipline that they needed to understand that you are going to be a grown adult one day. And I won't be here to protect you if you decide to go mouth off to whoever. Like, that should be something that should be taught to a man and a woman when they're young. But for some reason, women specifically, I don't know why, we're taught differently, as if, life is always going to be on easy mode when it's not. We're not always going to have a man there to protect us. I don't know why my mouth is. To protect us if something happens. A man is not always going to be there. So the best thing you can do is to not to aggravate a situation. And how do you go about doing that? Those things should actually be taught, but it's not. So you get bratty, combative women like that feel like it's okay to do that to their partner or anybody.
That's a great point. I think it does start at the home. But let's say that lady doesn't get it at the home, at home with her parents. Then the man should be putting that type of discipline in the relationship. Meaning, if the lady talks the side of her neck or whatever, the man should not take it. I feel like they're being babied in a relationship too. Like men are just taking it and they not saying nothing. They might say something for the first month or two, and then they just like, fuck it, I'll leave the house, or I'll go do something else, or they'll tune them out or whatever like that, when they should be saying, hey, yeah, that's not how we need to do stuff here. And try to instill that discipline. And then if it doesn't work, then you just leave her. They're not doing that today.
They ain't going for it, Lady Di. Ain't going for it. Everybody getting together when they 28, 29, 30. Everybody got their own money, concepts, and ideas, right? we don't even believe in the same things anymore, at least in terms of the Most High. So like, where's the coordination in which you can then find common ground so that you can edify that person? Everybody got all the answers. There is no hierarchy. Everybody's a partner.
So you gotta leave that person. I'm not dealing with it. And then that's it. That's the only way, to me, that's the only consequence I could see. Because if they're not gonna listen, then why are you still there?
I guess I just wonder, like, if average looking guy, how much hopping around you get to do? Like, at what point do you need to compromise your standards?
See, I don't know. This conversation I be having with James, I be like, if you can't find a one, then your ass need to stay single. I don't give a fuck. Because you're gonna deal with a whole bunch of drama. You're gonna deal with a whole bunch of kids, it's just too much. I'd rather you not deal with none of that. But James don't agree. He's like, well, then, legacy and all this stuff. But I'm like, is it worth it though? Like dealing with all that, and you gotta just to have a legacy, like you dealing with women you don't want to be with.
Yeah, that seems to be the conundrum, essentially. Dang, I was about to say something. Like, when I saw this, like, it was, and I've heard it before a couple different times. They'd be like, I'm Christian. I believe in God or, the Bible and shit. But I don't want no Hebrew man though. They do too much. And it's like, God damn, niggas reading the Bible and doing too much. It's just weird, right? Like, everybody get to pick and choose what's right for them. Like, we don't have a standard set of anything. So it's just like, what is he gonna enforce and at what time? And how many women out here are willing to actually take heed and listen to a man if they think that, like, why should they, or that we all on the same plane? Like, where did she get it from if she don't even have if she already came out of her home unruly? Like, so that means her daddy allowed it, her mommy allowed it. Now she outside acting the same way. She think you're gonna rent some random nigga gonna edify her?
I think she should look at her
by yourself.
Huh?
I said, then you get to be by yourself. Oh, my bad. I thought you were talking.
I think she should look at her results. I know it's hard for us growing up. The reality is it's hard for us to understand what we want. And people will be like, no, I know what I want and this and that and this and that. Until you get it. And then you realize, oh, that might not be what you want. But the reality is, if you can be like, okay, I'm not getting the results that I want to get, then you have to kind of look inward and be like, why am I not getting those results? You're not getting those results because you're not exuding those things that will make you get those results. So that's kind of what I think we need to look at. Instead of depending on other people to give us those tools, sometimes we have to look at ourselves, because we're not going to always be a lot of those tools from other people. There's some things that we have to figure out for ourselves. So.
Damn. So you think, sorry, were you about to say something, Jay? So to women, what's the goal? What's the results? Like, what should the result be, I guess? Because they don't want to get married no more. If they want to just date around, like, what's the result that you could, like, say, are you getting the results you want? What are those?
That's a good question, because like what you're saying, all of us don't have the same end goal. For me, it's marriage. For me, it's a family. But that may not be the same thing for the next female. So that's why I can't even give you a definitive answer about that, because all of our goals don't align equally. So.
Go ahead, Callie.
I mean, that's basically where I was going to go with it. If she realizes, later in life that is what she wants, oops, your bad, you waited too late. You get what you get. You might not be able to recover from that. You know what I mean? And who's to say that, any man is going to put up with whatever it is that you're dishing out?
I guess my question is, what are the results? Less families, more kids out of wedlock, more broken homes,
Oh,
more
you're talking about
single
on
people. You can't create a
the macro
community with a
level.
bunch of single people. So I just wonder,
Yeah.
like, what is the result of she gonna get? I catch your drift, Callie. She gonna get what she gonna get, but the residuals actually affect more people than just her.
Yeah, on a macro level, we get what was that, 2053?
2053.
Mm-hmm. Which sucks, but each one reach one, each one teach one. I can handle one at a time.
Wait,
Mm.
what's happening in 2053?
You know the where if we continue on the path we're on as Black people, we'll be a permanent underclass. Like we won't be able to overcome that status. Yeah, that just sounds crazy. But I just wonder, like like the men that you guys know, what makes them stand out? That you say, I take heed to what you're saying. I respect and appreciate what you're saying. What you're saying, I'm going to, let's say, even abide by, even if I don't like it. I want to use a 4-letter word, but I'm staying away from it right now.
Well, for me, you see how I am now, right? But many years ago, I sound old when I keep saying that, but many years ago, I was not on my husband's plan at all. And I mean, when I say plan, I'm saying like we used to argue a lot because he would say some shit. And I'm like, I don't know if it's because I'm from the north and he from the south. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, but for me to answer your question, for me to be understanding the type of man he is, I should say, and why would I want to subscribe to that is I trusted. So the trust part, I think it's a trust issue.
Okay.
So he showed me many different things on his own, not even trying, that I could trust him. When I realized I could trust him, then the stuff he was saying, I started to respect more. And I was like, oh, okay. And then from there, that's how, at least on my end, the relationship grew. It was trust. Without the trust, I don't care what you're saying. I'm like, I don't know about that.
So. Yeah. So do you think, Di, that men have to take the mantle? If obviously he's on his dean, right? He's on his square. Then he should take the mantle of edifying that woman and get her to the point to where they can be successful. Is that his job?
Yes, it is. I see relationships that could be great, but if the man is not, it's not a force. It's just you be yourself, and the lady has to be around you to see the greatness. Like if you are that type of man where you're able to hold everything down and you're a man of your word, you're making stuff move, or however that looks for your relationship, she has to be there to witness it. And she has to be there to start, okay, this man, I could be with him forever. I don't feel like I'm gonna be out on the street, or whatever the case is. She has to trust you somehow, whatever that looks like. Everybody's relationship is different. Men have to set that. And if they don't set that, it's gonna fail. Because there's no way in hell like women are not respecting their man if they trusted their man.
I see. I understand the premise. Rebecca?
I absolutely agree with Lady Di. I used to curse, and John was like, like I don't like that. And I was like, well, I'm so used to it, but it was like, okay, but why am I so used to it? What does that value bring to me of me cursing? It brings no value. Like there's no reason for me to be cursing like that. So I stopped cursing because it was something that he didn't like. And so out of respect for him and how his leadership was, and we talk about men being leaders, I was like, I'm gonna follow his lead because it's not worth it for me to be using all these extra words to use as adjectives or whatever the case may be when I'm talking to him, because apparently it's offensive. And I love this man. I respect this man. Let me follow what he's telling me and how, his boundaries, So I believe that the man that you love or the man that's in your life set boundaries, and they're not setting them to stop you. They're setting them to have you think differently, to be like, okay, as a woman, for you either to get what you desire or what your results should be or that you want, your goal, these are kind of the things that you should follow. Now, if you don't feel like that aligns to the point, then it's not going to come together and it's not going to build. But if you feel like it's worth the risk or what you're giving up isn't, going to fault you or make you any less, then you should follow that man, follow his lead, because he's going to give you all those things that are going to help you succeed in the goal that you want to have.
And do you think that women, we get married a little later in life, right? So people are kind of already decently solid, right? They kind of have a path, right? At 29 or 30, at least it comes into purview a little bit, right? What about the autonomous being that she is, right? She's already formed a lot of how she's thinking, her modus operandi. What is going to make her or allow her intrinsically to default to saying, this man saying this, it must be for my benefit? Especially if it seems like the dating pool is full of piss and shit. So she had bad experience after bad experience, date after date after date after date, nothing manifesting. What is make her gonna say, oh, this nigga's different? There's the discernment there?
There should be a discernment. There should be discernment, and there should be a goal in place. Okay, I'm not getting those results with these type of men. Okay, this is a green flag for me. This is something that somebody else does not have. Let me follow suit. Let me pay attention. Let me vet and see if this is going to be the man that is going to lead me in the right direction to get to the goal.
Okay. I don't know. It sounds a little bit like a platitude. Like I hear it and it makes sense. I'm just thinking about the reality of the situations. Like, I don't know.
It's like kind of what Callie said about liking the man you with. The true definition is what she says. You like the man you with, then it should kind of just be okay, right? But people be faking out here like they don't really like their man. But if you truly do and you love him, then it should not be no problem.
But Lady Di, you've been married for 100 years. Stevie Wonder could see that like is fleeting. Love is fluid. How you feel on a given day can come and go. So how can followership be contingent upon if I like a nigga a lot?
That's where that friends first shit come from. Okay, I gotta be. That's where that friends first shit come from. I actually have to like you as a person. Okay, I have to like you as a person. Just like how, you know what I'm saying. Even though me and my best friends might disagree or we might have an argument, whatever like that, that's still my girl. Period. At the end of the day, whatever disagreement, whatever argument that we had, that's still my girl. I might not like what you said or whatever like that. I might not like the fact that we even had a disagreement or something like that, right? But at the end of the day, I know that she got my back and she know that I got her back. It transfers the same way for me when it comes to a daggone relationship.
But are you listening to her? Are you listening to her in those moments? Like, are you taking heed? Are you submitting to her in those moments? Or are you saying, yo, you on my bad side, but if you get in a shootout, come get me?
It's not even like it's not even a bad side though. That's the thing. You can disagree with somebody and they not be on your bad side.
What you mean? I thought y'all I'm talking about the arguments where y'all walking by each other. You might bump shoulders in the hallway and shit like that.
No, that's an op. You don't bump shoulders with your girl over or with your dude over.
I'm kind of joking, but it's that type of time. Like niggas sleeping on the other side of the bed unless y'all got a little bed. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like, what's happening?
like even though we may have a disagreement or whatever like that, you still have that. That's where that trust issue comes from. Like I, as much as my dad used to piss me off or whatever like that, at the end of the day, I knew that he wasn't telling me nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? We might disagree about it, but I know at the end of the day, he's not telling me nothing wrong.
So do you take that experience with your father and then transfer it to your relationships?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I don't know, man.
It
It's a
boils
lot
down
going
to
on now.
I
Not
can't say that
saying you. Not
I
saying
can't say
you.
that
It's just,
everybody do that, but you know what I'm saying? That's just
well, I know we YouTubers, so our drawers on the outside of our pants. I get that, but I'm just thinking for regular people, like, what do they do?
I mean, to me, to answer your question though, this
Mhm.
is what I think. If you look at, and I'm talking about the man that you like, not just some dumbass dude that's worth nothing, somebody that is worth something. You have to look at that man like family. Look at them like, if you have a kid with him, you're not gonna dismiss your child. You're gonna do everything for your child. Look at them, look at the man as family, your mom, or she mentioned her dad, whoever you love the most. No matter what the mom, dad, or child does, you still are going to be there.
You
And
think,
that's how,
Lady Di, you think that people, when they meet on the earth, they reach a level of unconditional love?
well, I don't think no one on this earth has unconditional love, to be honest.
Well, they say, I mean, like for your kid, and I understand.
I guess for the kid, maybe just that's the only thing, your kid. Because you could, like, okay, let's say your mom or your dad, they do something real trifling. And you like, I ain't fucking with them no more. And you mean it. That's not unconditional. But if your child do something, would you say that? You'll be there for your child regardless. I
Yeah,
don't think,
you home, so yeah.
I don't think nobody besides your child you're gonna have unconditional love for. Well,
So, but
at least for women.
do you look at your husband like, okay, like not you, but like how do they maintain this utmost level of respect? Like respect should be the last thing that should be fleeting or fluid.
Because men are replaceable, it's not. I mean, honestly, they feel like they could just get another one. So
Who, the women?
yeah, there's stepdaddies out here.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
They'll
Go ahead, Jay.
be a step. I know there's a talk. Oh, don't date women with kids. Fuck out of here. These men are dating women with kids. They would be a stepdaddy.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I think
I would say depending on how old the kid is.
Man, please, nah. I mean, they'll cringe if you say, "Oh, the kid is like 2," but let the woman be cute enough, or she got something that he really likes. Maybe she cooked good food, whatever. Whatever it is that the man like, he's gonna be the stepdaddy.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, wouldn't that be contingent upon how she treats him as a woman though? Like if she's, you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah,
doing all the things.
that's doing all the things
And
for the moment, but she ain't gonna keep that shit up like she didn't do with the other one. But that's why I said they're replaceable. She just replaced them. That's it.
not necessarily though.
Until one, does whatever she likes for the most part, then this conversation could go all type of places. I feel like
It
women,
really could.
they be with men that do everything. They want to be with men that could do everything that they want. So women feel that, majority of women, to me, this is my opinion, feel like the mommy thing is annoying. Being married and we, not dating enough is annoying, right? You got to have a date every damn week. He got to give you roses and shit. You got to go on these fancy trips every month. You got to give me the nicest thing. Like all of this stuff is not realistic. So if they could get all of this in a man, the spontaneous, the romantic, he's loyal, faithful, he's not messing around, he's not scrolling on social media, liking girls' pictures, He's a great father. He's doing, half the stuff with you. So, you do have to do this. She do have to do these. Fuck it. He does all the duties and she just chilling. Like, they want a whole bunch of stuff that's just not going to happen. If they could get that perfect man, I feel like women would be okay. But, and I'm serious, like the man does everything. So if she says anything, he gonna drop what he has, drop everything and do everything for her, no matter what it is. He can't say no. It's a whole bunch of stuff. That's what they want. That's what's gonna keep a lady together with a guy.
Yeah.
It's a little on the extreme side though. It's gonna be some shit in the game. Well, not like major shit, but there's gonna be a little bit of some bumpy water in there or whatever. So basically what it sounds like is that people are cutting and running at the first wave.
It can't be nothing. Like, the only thing that could be wrong is if he got her fucking food order wrong. Like, I want a Mexican, you got me Italian, like something stupid. That's the only thing she'll be okay with. But like in general, it has to be everything that she wants, like a spoiled child. And if she does not get that, then that's when she start having these side dudes or potential men that she's gonna replace you with. She already looking around. You do something that she don't like, it's a wrap. You're gonna be replaced.
Damn. It sound like tough sledding, boy. Tough sledding. What you think, Jay?
Go ahead and say it, Han. That sound like that bullshit.
I'm trying to discern how real it is, right? Because just all based on all the complaints. Go ahead, Jay. My bad.
No, I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I'm inexperienced in this. Like, romantic sense, I'm inexperienced compared to everybody up here, so I can't really speak from that perspective. I can speak from like a familial perspective, like having a father that was inconsistent really made me respect and cherish my uncles, my grandfather, my brother, my male cousins who gave me the intangible qualities in men to respect and like revere in a way. So the fact that they were consistent, they kept their word, they valued me outside of, what I could do for them. They valued the women in their lives. They respected the women around them. They took the time to edify me. Like, those things, those intangible things made me respect that when it comes to looking for like a romantic partner. So I feel like if you're a woman getting into dating and you value things that are fleeting, like money or happiness or this romantic idealization of love, I don't think you'll ever be in something long term with anybody.
What was that last statement you said?
I said that I agree with you. I think respect should be the basis of a relationship to keep it long term. But if she respects him only when he has money, or if he's keeping her happy, or if he's doing this romantic idealization of what love is to her, she'll never be in anything long term, because you can't, all of those things, it's ebbs and flows in those.
Yeah. No, 100%.
So I think the context should be respecting the intangibles in a man rather than the physical, like monetary vanity type things.
So, okay, so that's actually a good question. But let me ask you what y'all think. Mike Brown was popping. OG Mike Brown in the building, been a member for 24 months. He said, what's the reason for the women you all know to still be single? Yeah, what do they say? That's interesting. What they out here talking about, ladies? We don't talk to them that much.
They can't find nobody that they interested in. That's it.
Just as simple as that?
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of internal stuff that they haven't dealt with. They may blame men for and be like, oh, well, he doesn't have this, he doesn't have this, he doesn't have this. So I think it's the lack of self-reflection sometimes that is actually the problem. I don't think it's the, surplus of men for the most part. I think it's the self-reflection that is not happening.
Callie, you got any single friends?
Not close enough to the point where we would even talk about that kind of stuff. But like my closest friends, they were both married before, and they got remarried or whatever. But the reason why they left was kind of it was on some inconsistent stuff, not just the money, the vacation stuff, but just inconsistent in I'm gonna leave it at inconsistency. Oh, I ain't trying to tell all
You
that
saying it was his fault?
Yeah, it was.
Something ain't right.
Well,
it's like
I will say that with one of my friends though, she did work on her temper, whatever. So you know what I'm saying? Things can be worked out a little bit better, but with her and her ex-husband, it was just like this all the time because he had a temper and she had a temper, and they were both young. They were like, you know what I'm saying, 23 years old type shit.
But how was it his fault?
Oh, because he burned her clothes. Like he hit her work clothes and he put cigarette holes in her clothes and shit like that. Like, yeah, shit like that.
And what did she do before he did that? Like, she never did nothing crazy like that before?
No, they just had an argument. It'd be like an argument or something like that or whatever. He would lie about going to work and he wasn't really going to work. You know what I'm saying? And then she find out about it, confront him about it. They have an argument, and then he sit there and hide her work clothes or whatever like that behind the water heater and burn cigarette holes in her work clothes. So now she ain't got nothing to go to work in.
That sound like she shouldn't have ever been with him. That's the niggas I was talking about. You don't be with them, those type of dudes.
Wait a minute.
Well, yeah, have a baby, and then you know what I'm saying, and grandmama be like, "You should go ahead and get married." Da, da, da. Y'all got that baby, so yeah. That's why I said they were both young. They both had tempers.
I think she burnt his shit first.
Absolutely not.
I think she bleached his shit first.
No, no, he was just paid like he's better now. You know what I'm saying? He done remarried. He got his own little family and everything like that. And she's remarried. They've been together for like 15 years now. So yeah, they good. They both doing good right now.
He burning clothes now.
The ex-husband.
Yeah.
No, they good. They good. He done got over his alcoholism. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got some work to do. He did his work.
He drove that nigga to drink.
Ha ha. No, he was a drinker when we met him.
This ain't fair, man.
What you mean it ain't fair?
We can't get no improvement if the men set the women off. He with the problem when they both had bad tempers. Like we can't. There's no reason for people to improve if it's consistently like this all the time.
No, they both did improve. I told you, she worked on her temper or whatever like that. She's been in a relationship for 15 years. He worked on his temper and his alcoholism. He good. They both good. They both remarried. They both had shit to work on.
But he got the blame jacket. It don't make sense.
Well, yeah, that he was burning her clothes, Hamp. I'm saying, like,
what you mean? What does she smoke cigarettes?
He smoked Black and Miles.
She smoked?
No, not at that time. She didn't.
What she smoked? Started smoking right after?
No, it was a couple years after.
How you know she ain't burn her clothes?
Cause she ain't like that. She was this person here. She was this person. The temper shit. She was that.
What the hell? This is come on, man. Come on,
What?
man.
What?
What are you talking about?
What's wrong?
It's,
Like I've totally obfuscated her from anything. I told you she had a temper.
What's up?
And she was this shit here. You motherfucker.
There's something ain't right, bro. You said she pointed in his face?
Yeah, I told you she was one of them. She had the temper. Yeah.
And he was drunk and had a temper and he just burned holes in her clothes.
Yeah, he was on some petty shit. Absolutely.
After she done pointed in his face.
Mm-hmm.
So this nigga drunk with a bad temper and he go burn clothes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me anything.
Damn, act like these niggas be having halos and shit like that. Like, stop, man.
No, I'm trying to figure out how you put a halo on her. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
What you talking about? How I put a hit on her?
Halo.
Oh, I didn't. I literally did not see. I see. We hearing what we want to hear now. All right.
That nigga drunk and mad. He drunk and mad and he go burn clothes.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
a 23-year-old nigga who had an alcohol problem and had a temper. You think he ain't burning no damn clothes? All right, hell. Okay.
I'm saying burning clothes just don't make a lot of sense to me.
Wait, how we get here? What was the question that
Mike said, hold on. So Mike said,
no.
What you think, Jalen? What's the reason the women around you, why they say they still single?
I don't know, probably the same reasons any of us would be single, I guess. I think the main one would be we want the perfect person to come even though we're not willing to change.
Who ain't willing to change?
The women. Like, it's kind of like the accept me as I am type
don't
shit.
say that in front of Callie.
Why? What?
Why? What you mean?
Nigga just he the only guilty one in this situation. You know?
All right. Okay. I see we trolling now. Okay.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, man. You know what I mean? Like, damn. I don't know, man.
I ain't tell that nigga to lose his job and lie about going to work.
Jesus.
She ain't tell him to do that shit.
Wow.
Nigga, I know baby boy when I hear it. See? Nigga don't got no job. He drinking and he got a bad temper. He went to burn clothes. I don't know, man. Shit just crazy to me, man. Do you think that the girls your age, Jalen, are delusional? God damn, you nigga.
Yeah.
These pregnant pauses is diabolical.
Nigga, I gotta think. Sue me. I use my brain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I don't gotta be out there. You like being out there?
I mean, do I like being outside?
Yeah.
I mean, no, I don't know. I'm not miserable. I'm not
Do you
crying
like
and
it?
depressed.
Jesus, it's like pulling teeth. Do you like it?
I'm watching my words. Yeah.
Why? All you can do is say yes or no, no or yes. Do you like being outside?
Sure, it's not that bad.
It's straight.
Yeah, because you ain't just saying yes to every nigga that say hi. So you're not running across wild cards and shit. It's not that bad.
So your dating experience has been positive.
Overall, yeah. Hasn't been horrible.
The men are nice.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Okay, I can't do it with y'all tonight. I'm not pulling teeth tonight. Fuck it, I can't do it. I've been up since 3:00. I can't do it, bro. Jonathan with the $10 says most average Jones will curse in their language, call you nigga to a man they not with. How do you think she'll respond to a man who she's emotionally connected to? Yeah, I've seen more of it when people get to know you intimately and they get comfortable. People take liberties that other people would not take. I've seen that 100%. Like they get too comfortable, right? And then like women will say some shit that a nigga would definitely get punched in his face for. But they just be just saying this shit. And it's just weird to me. Like, you know, and that's when they get too comfortable. I've seen that 100%. The most disrespect I think I ever experienced was probably from a girl.
What'd she do?
If it was a dude, I don't like say something that a nigga would get punched in the face for. Like call you out your name or something, you know. Like this one girl, I was teaching the Bible. And she's sick, like called me like a bitch or something. She's like, I wish I could punch you. I said, don't punch me. Please don't punch me. I don't know you. You ain't associated. Do not hit me. You already said the wrong thing. Don't hit me. I'm gonna tell you that now. And all I was doing was just read. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just weird. Like because a dude just don't come up in that way. Like they might be aggressive if they disagree, but they don't start name calling and shit just off the rip, talking about, oh, I'm gonna punch you. I wish I could punch you. I'm like, you what? For what? But it just like a liberty that she took that just didn't make sense to me. Know what I'm saying? So I don't know. What, Kelly? Fat Boy with the $10 says Peter Paul said, try them all. Homeboy. I mean, Fat Boy, you gotta chill. Aaron with the $2 says, Callie just gave all the friend zone guys hope. Nas with the $10 says respect is carried by the word like nowadays. At some point, respect has to serve a greater whole beyond I, me, and my self-interests. Selflessness comes to mind. Hank was popping.
Perfect.
Stepdaddy lives matter. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Hey man, I can't carry y'all today. You know what I'm saying?
I don't get the friend zone comment.
Yeah.
How did I get friend zone?
Huh?
I said I don't get the friend zone piece of it.
Oh,
I
how they
get
both?
that.
How she got married right after she got rid of that nigga? Probably did some nigga she knew.
Yeah, well, it wasn't right after.
Some nigga she knew.
Didn't. No. She didn't know him like that. No.
Like that was like that mean.
Like they were at the job or whatever like that. He worked like all the way to fuck over
Put him in
there.
the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
But somehow she's so innocent, but she dealing with the nigga at work. Yo, I can't. Yo,
this was HAMP. This was years later. This was years later. Like,
do you know what show that is?
Inspector Gadget.
Yes. Because I've been trying to go easy. I knew he was burning clothes allegedly. She dealing with Roger at the job.
I seen the clothes. We used to all work. We used to all live together. I seen the clothes. What are you talking about?
Yo, I'm just saying, she dealing with Roger at the job. Like, yo, you can't make this shit.
She wasn't. She had a whole other relationship in between the person that she with right now. Like, what are you talking about? And that lasted for like 2-3 years.
Why? Hence the friend zone comment.
But he wasn't even in the friend zone.
Oh God.
Come.
He wasn't even in the friend zone. Y'all need to stop.
Are we listening to
shit
the
is
same
crazy.
shit? Are we listening to the same stuff? Is it just
Well,
me?
you see, you're listening to something and plugging in holes, and I'm telling you what it actually was because I was there.
You saying this stuff, Callie.
Right. And I'm actually telling you what happened. Nobody knew who the hell he was. He was not in the friend zone.
Roger worked at the job, remember?
Okay. What that mean?
Oh my goodness. Are you dead ass?
I'm dead ass. What that mean?
Was dead ass me? Like, are you really, really, really serious?
I'm dead ass serious. What that mean?
You have to say, Callie, you don't have to say serious at the end. Dead ass means you serious.
Yeah, I'm dead ass serious.
No, Callie,
Means
what I'm
I'm
saying
extra
is,
serious. I'm extra
Callie,
serious.
see Atlanta, boy. Come on, man. This shit crazy. So Roger at the job, he in the friend zone, waiting in the wings. She dating
He was
another
not
nigga.
in the friend zone, waiting in no wings or nothing like that. What are you talking about?
Let me ask you a question. He worked at her job?
In that they were in the same department, right? But two totally different shits. Like I work in the appeals department, right?
Uh-huh.
So then we have the appeals department who work with fully insured people, and then you have another part of the appeals department that work with like PPOs and shit like that, right? We don't even fucking talk to each other. We don't even see each other, but we all in the fucking appeals department.
Let me ask you a question. How many cafeterias are there?
What you talking about?
I'm gonna ask you a question. How many cafeterias are there?
I mean, I can't tell you the cafeteria shit or whatever like that because it was two different shits.
I worked at Capital One Corporate. They got a whole lot of money, but there's one big ass cafeteria. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we know that, Callie, over here. Let me ask you a question. What time do niggas go to lunch?
I don't know.
You know.
They didn't go. They didn't go to lunch at the same time.
You just saying stuff now.
They didn't even go. What are you talking about?
Oh, you saying they had? They had like lunch periods like high school, so they didn't let his department go, but her department could go.
No, it wasn't like no daggone school. Was what I'm saying.
So
It's one big ass department.
Okay,
and
so
they work in two totally different areas. They didn't have contact with each other like that.
Except for she married to the nigga now. So now, let me.
Yeah, and I'm trying not to tell all her business because if I told you what it was, then you would understand. But I can't tell you all that shit.
You done told that nigga business. So now,
I didn't tell that nigga business. I told the ex-husband business.
We know he got a bad temper.
That's not even the same nigga. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about two different niggas.
But you telling on a lot. So now she done drove one nigga to drink and one nigga to have a bad temper. This shit is diabolical.
No.
Oh, go ahead.
When we met him, he was already drinking. What are you talking about?
When we met. Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Yeah, when we met him.
Could they
was
go
with my
to
okay, whatever.
You ready? Can they go to the cafeteria at the same time? Yes or no?
No, because it was two totally different shifts.
Callie, do you see what you gotta do? You gotta play double dutch champion of the world to make this shit make sense. It's the same. So same department. So you said same department, but on two totally different sides. Like they work.
I'm talking about a whole county-wide department. Yeah, that's a big ass department.
What of a county?
Yeah, a county of a state. Yes, a whole different. There's this one big ass department. You know that, right?
Don't all the counties have their own department? What makes
you know how big Fulton County is?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got North Fulton and you got South Fulton, and then with South Fulton, you got a whole bunch of shit because South Fulton is bigger than North Fulton. It's big. Whatever, Hamp.
Callie,
two totally different shits.
Callie.
I know he trolling. And he doing this because he know I'm intoxicated.
I'm just saying, man. You don't told on sis. Whoever.
I ain't tell shit.
One question. Did they meet At work.
They met through a mutual friend.
At work.
At a get together.
Was it a work get together or was it just a regular outside of work get together?
It was an outside of work get together because I was there.
Oh, well, fuck. I don't know the hint.
You know, that wasn't a defining factor. She been making
I
up
didn't
shit
say
as she
it
go
was
along.
defining. I don't know.
She done now they work different shifts. Now the floor too big, so there's no way they could walk past each other. Now they
It
don't go
wasn't
to
even the
lunch.
floor. That's what I'm trying.
Now they
It
go
wasn't
to
even the
now they can't
floor
go to lunch at the same time. I'm just saying,
because they
bro.
work two totally different shifts in two totally different departments.
Shout out to the friend zone. Then I said, what shift is it? Is this are they CNAs?
No,
They work corporate?
no,
What is it?
I can't tell you that, Hamp. Damn.
Oh my god. They COs? If they COs, you cooked. I want to let you know that right now. There's
One
so
of
much
them was one was a CO.
exactly, and there's so much crossover and shift. They get remanded, especially Fulton County, if it get too busy, to where you literally working 12 back to back.
Nah, because she already had a kid. She wouldn't do no damn 12 shit, and she wasn't even the CO. So there. One of them was a CEO. The other one was in a different department of fucking Fulton County.
Okay. All I'm saying is there's a lot more nuance to this, and I don't believe it's his fault emphatically. Shout out to the friend zone nigga.
No, he's not the one that was worked at the burn the clothes dude or whatever like that did not work or whatever like that. Neither one of them had that county position at the time or whatever like that. I'm telling you, the motherfucker met her husband years
Now
apart.
he a
Years
motherfucker now.
later.
So
I'm
now
talking
he a
about my friend.
motherfucker.
I said the motherfucker met her husband years apart from when she got freaking divorced.
Now she a motherfucker. Okay, Callie. Okay, now you go. Okay, now you starting to come to the middle. Okay, so what percentage would you say is her fault?
I give her.
Ain't nothing
I
up
give her
there.
35%.
Okay. If she wasn't your friend, how much would you give her?
35%.
No, if she wasn't your friend.
35%.
Okay. I don't know. That's fun.
We all used to live in the same. We all used to live in the same apartment. I seen shit. Okay. So I know what she did. And I know what the fuck he did.
Aaron with the $2 says, "Oh, that's my brother, coworker, best friend, trainer." So, what do the men? And this is my last thing. Exude that was able to capture you guys' hearts. What are the traits and qualities so we can understand what women prefer? Traits, qualities, attributes. Are they all 6'6", like they say the women want? Let us know, man. We trying to be edified.
You talking about the majority of these tribes out here? Or are you talking about my opinion? I gotta know.
The men that are desirable in your life, whether it be your family, the men you date, married to, etc. What are these like? What does he look like if it was a hangman?
Say what they gonna do and do what it is that they said they was gonna do. Anything outside of that, I can't rely upon that shit. If you say you're gonna do something, you don't do it. The trust is gone.
So those
I can't
men,
act upon that shit.
so those men did what they said they're gonna do. Okay, it's easy enough. Anybody else? We need to know so we can be edified, so we can see if we can replicate these efforts.
I would say just be like a good person. You're not trifling. So you're good to your family and your friends. You're consistent with the way you move in life. So whatever that is, so your job or whatever, you're consistent with your stuff, loyal with your own stuff. So if I see how you moving outside of a relationship, then I could assume that you're going to be like that in a relationship. So I like a family man, someone that's not always going to be out in the street or always have to have a guy's night, because that does exist. Not saying they can't, but you know, that's all you care about. You putting your friends before me. I don't like that. Yeah, that's about it.
What was that last one?
I don't like when people put their friends before me, like we're talking about a man. So I don't want a man to put their friends before me.
Okay. I think that's pretty solid. Can he have female friends?
It depends. Because I don't mind that at all. It's just she better not switch up, because see, now we're gonna have a problem. When I say switch up, is that he don't want to be with her, obviously, but then all of a sudden she's like, if she's single, oh, he's a good man, and she try to shoot her shot. See, now we're gonna have a problem. So she need to stay consistent and not want to be with him, then we good. So if it can stay platonic or whatever the fuck that look like, then sure. But you can't be hitting him up all the time. I don't like all that. Because what you hitting him up so much for? You need to find somebody else. Go find you a man.
So,
mine.
Okay, now can she have male friends?
It would be the same. It had to be the same thing though. Like you can't just be talking to these niggas all the time. Like you could have like regular conversations, but I'm saying like just always trying to hit each other up is too much to me. Because after a while, especially if that person is single, after a while, you give them too much attention, they're gonna take it the wrong way and think that they could get in somehow. Don't be sharing business. Like let's say you have a little bit of drama with your person. Don't be sharing it with that friend. None of that. Because that's how people ease into relationships, and they could, mess it up or try to mess it up. So it just has to be serious boundaries. That's all I'm saying.
Why don't you just say no?
No to the friend?
This sounds a lot easier. That shit gets shaky.
It do get shaky because that's what people like. Women out here too, men too. It's the same. You have to have boundaries. They could be married. It don't matter. People out here, they don't care. They don't have the same morals like we do. Even if you think they do, they don't. If you have something better than them, they're gonna try to take it. Now, sometimes you don't know. You might have a friend that you've been with friends for 15 years. And sometimes they could even change up. You just have to be mindful. Especially if you've been with somebody for a long time. Because we were just talking about relationships, right? People can't even get a relationship, let alone keep a long-lasting one. So if you have that shit and you got a single friend with you, male or female, don't matter. You just need to watch.
Yeah.
If they're a good person, then you have to worry about it. But life be life, and they be changing. So
yeah, man, I just rather eliminate it. You know what I'm saying? One less. It's already so much shit that you gotta do and go through and think. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker could text something. A nigga could text hi at the wrong time.
True. You get pissed off. What the fuck?
Know what I'm saying? Like you could say hey at the wrong time, and then don't let somebody fuck up. And you know what they text die? Hey, you.
What the fuck?
I'm trying to tell you. Hey, you?
Yeah, that hey you hit different. Hey you.
Dirt trails, church bells, and slow song. He said, "What's up?" How they say it down south? Shorty. Mm-mm.
No, shouty. Shouty. You gotta draw it out.
But
That's it.
see, that's the
He
thing,
said, "Hey,
like
I'll die. I just want to make sure I drill this in." The first text say, "Hey," or "What's up?" Something like regular. But you don't see that when you only see the second one. And it's 10:30. You know what it say? WYD.
oh no, yeah. Ain't know what you doing. The fuck out of here. Like what you mean?
But you know what softens it is if you seen the "What's up? What you doing?" Like, on some like, but then now they text them individually.
Nah. If my name don't be in that text in my family, then the fuck you texting him for? You better start off with how's your wife and your fucking kids. Start with that.
That's what I'm saying.
How's the fam? How's the fam doing?
Right.
That's
And
what
then
I'm
be like,
saying.
oh, how can we meet up? I want to catch up with y'all. See
You
what I'm
can't
saying?
say shit. Look, this one is great.
Oh,
You sleep?
You sleep?
See, now this one is I wouldn't see this one coming through, But yeah, this is more when people are single. But just little shit, right?
Little
Like, cause
things.
you know what happens? They in the car and all that, right? Let's say like you talk to him, whatever, or anybody, right? And then they friend, right? So people in the car talking, right? And people be knowing it's a little bit of a thing because they'll probably talk to that friend of the opposite sex while they in the car type shit. They not walking in the house talking to, you know what I'm saying? She ain't walking in the house talking to Brad, but she'll be on speakerphone talking to Keisha though, right? You don't never hear the friend of the opposite sex on speakerphone. Check. Right? Because niggas know nobody really like that shit. And now the you sleep is contingent on the conversation that they've been having. And all they want to do is finish it, but you sleep go too many different ways.
So I see why you say no. Because you just
real shit, And I know I'm literally doing a Blair, like I'm making it worse, but on purpose though, because this be the little shit that evolves into a lot, right? And then the voice of the opposite sex, right? Because you have a friend, right? That's a friend. They should be able to advise and if you ask them for advice, but now the advice that he using on you came from another woman, or vice versa. You see, like it's nasty work.
I mean, I might be speaking to like experience because it's just how it is. Single women like a good man, period. If they don't have it and they see you have it, they're gonna start to say slick shit. It happens I don't give a fuck. It happens all the time. It don't matter the race. They're gonna try. I remember one time, I'm just gonna share the experience. This is a small one. I remember one time there was someone who was like, "Oh, we're just alike. Yeah, we're best friends. Oh, we got the same birthday or around the same." I'm like, who gives a fuck? Like, why are you telling me this? For me to say what? Oh, that's cute. Like,
yeah.
You okay? Now, what's next after you say that? Or next month, what are you gonna be thinking about? You already trying to favoritism my husband. The fuck out of here.
That's what I'm saying. And then peep this, right? Let's say they have like exclusive lingo, right? So even like if you like watch This Might Be Risky, right? On a consistent basis, there may be language that I use or whatever the case that you may adopt naturally, right? Because we literally here together Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, right? And then we got clips and clips and clips and clips, right? So it's natural that we kind of adapt different lingo. But now your girl, fellas, talking like her best friend. So now you some country nigga and he from the East Coast and y'all laughing, chuckling, babe, you seen that? She like, yeah, dead ass. You like, huh? Like that's not
that's a fact though. That's a fact though.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like she starts, then he bugging, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, you be like, what? You know, so it's just too much shit that just, you want to put the person you with at ease, right? Generally speaking. So who other than like your children can't you sacrifice? If you literally building a family, life, kids, all this with that person. You know, I ain't saying you got to sacrifice your family, but you catch my drift, like people, you know, like it just, we got to be open and like, listen, peace here matters more than that. And then all that the masculine energy and advice I could get, hopefully you should be able to get the overwhelming majority of that from your husband or, you know, boyfriend, whatever, and vice versa. I'm telling you, bro. I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Let me see. I think I read this one right. Aaron with the 2000s. 1 out of 2 or both of them want to smash. Yeah, niggas always want to smash, bro. Nas with the $5. It's totally unbecoming of a guy, quote unquote, to react to burning clothes is my thing. They're putting too much estrogen hormones in our food. Yeah, that's a different response for sure. I read this one. Yeah, you know, I think the one thing where you can get those friendships, you know, of different genders is when both people are married. Like both couples are married. You know what I'm saying? I think that's when you have some like the friends that are kind of intertwined in a way. You know? But even in those conversations, niggas stay on sides, nigga. Don't cross over. Niggas be trying to, nah, fuck that. Even if he's saying some dumb shit, I might text him, but I ain't gonna just go against. Like, I'm a windmill, you know. Just because you kind of want to keep it light, like I don't want to start agreeing with his wife over him. Like you got to just make it make sense too, you know.
Oh gosh, yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know,
tricky all around, man. Just tricky all around.
Yeah. Like one time, you know, that type of shit happening, I just order around the shots, distract everybody. Like this nigga wilding. Let me just, as opposed to trying to, because then you try to one up people. You know, it could get right. You know, because the egos, you know, of everybody there too. That shit could get real quick. You know, so it just got to be calculated. Callie and I had that conversation before. Like, what should we say that benefits most people, even if it's not my inclination? Know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Oh, yeah. This one be crazy. Like when your girl, her friend be laughing dumb hard at your jokes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like she be doing too much. And I'm trying to tell you, man, stay away, nigga. You heard? Stay away. Rebecca, man, we about to get up out of here, man. I'm tired of carrying y'all, man. Any final thoughts?
Perfect.
Check your feelings at the door. Make sure that what you are thinking is actuality and reality, and self-reflect if you can.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Curtis. She got one of them friends that be leaning on you and shit and grabbing you and laughing. You're like, yo, you gotta chill. You know what I'm saying? And then it's natural if if a woman grab your arm, you kind of tense it up. You know what I'm saying? But now she think you did it on purpose. But the truth is, you do that all the time. Like, yo,
Nah, this shit happened to me before, yo. No, like no. Let me tell you, we was on a couples trip. Mind you, I said couples trip. This girl was all over my husband. He wasn't my husband at the time. James, right?
Yeah.
She was all over him, but her man was right there. And see, I didn't say nothing. I'm one of those, I'm gonna watch for a while because I gotta make sure I'm really seeing this shit. Because once I get mad, it's over. So she hugging all over him on the shoulder thing that you just said, laughing a lot, and her man was right there, and me and him both looking like at her, like, what the fuck is happening? And I'm like, you with the wrong dude. I guess you should have been with my man because you all over this nigga. Like,
Yo, I'm trying to tell you,
in front of me though. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Some people, I think that was a little bit too much. I don't think most women are doing that, but that was too much. That was too much. Long story short, this person is not like our friend no more. It came out.
Of course.
I was like, yo, that's not a friend, yo. Something's off with her.
Yeah.
And she
I'm telling you, niggas that end up on World Star for the wrong reasons, man. I remember it was like maybe my wife and I, like first or second date, maybe third date. I don't know what, some period, right? So, especially when I was a little bit younger, like principle was like the key, you know? So I'm telling you in terms of my reaction. So this dude, like I think they played on the same flag football team. Like he kept like walk by, tap her, like, you know, and say hi. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. But he's kind of saucy. He kept like waving every time he walked by the table. I'm like, yo, if he tap you on the shoulder again, I'm gonna slap the shit out of him, right? But she don't really know. She's like, you know, calm down, whatever, you know. And then he tapped on the shoulder, and I slapped this shit out of him. Boom. He looking all stupid. He doing the Macaulay Culkin and shit. Yo, I told you. You know? Like, it just weird, bro. Callie, any final thoughts?
If you actually value the relationship and you have respect for that person, I would say don't say anything that you cannot take back. Because once it's out there, it's out there. You can't bring it back in. Because you can't get them words back. And that feeling or whatever like that they felt in the moment when they heard it, when they heard you say that to them, whatever. And this goes both ways, right? But that feeling ain't gonna go away. They ain't gonna never forget that shit. Ever. And it's, you know, it's what's the word? Irreparable, I think.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so watch your words and make sure your filter work. And if your filter is broken, then it'd be best to communicate like, hey, my filter is broken right now. I need a minute, and we can go on ahead and revisit this shit. Because once it's out there, it's out there. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube for sure.
Yeah, that's a fact though, man.
Shit like that.
Hey man, I appreciate y'all. It's a good conversation for sure. Just because it's interesting, the dynamics, and even though we didn't like quite get the men in my life topic, I think we got enough. The truth is, it's difficult to kind of articulate why this person is so special or important to you. It's really actually difficult, and people think you being like naive or foolish or you don't know what you're talking about when people say it's something about this person. But honestly, that's what happens to a lot of us, you know, because oftentimes when we out on the earth, generally speaking, we ain't looking for nothing specific. But then when that thing happens, you start to see like changes to things you want and don't want from that person. And so that's generally how it manifests, right? You want to be as intentional as possible, but oftentimes you're not planning on it. You know, I think the key is to have a game plan. Once you realize I take this person personally, you know, once you start to take that person personal, then that's where the work starts, you know. But a lot of times people asking, what's your 5-year plan? Shut the fuck up. Right? Shut your dumb ass up. All right. Mike Tyson already told us everybody got a plan till they get hit. They say there ain't no atheist in the foxhole. You know, you do all this planning in the world and somebody do a move you never seen before. You know, but now once you know it, incorporate the people you trust that help you vet. Right now, that's when that friend, maybe if you don't have like a father, uncles, help you see things that you won't see because the gender matters. Right? There's things that men do and say that I can reveal rather quickly. Right. And I'm sure y'all could do the same, for women. Like if I run something by sis will have a different take on it. And if y'all know sis, she don't got no cut cards. So I can probably get a pretty candid response. You feel me? And we need help. We cannot do it by ourselves. We don't got all the answers. So these conversations are super important. I love y'all, man. Y'all did a great job today. Salute. Jump in the Discord. It is Tuesday. Okay. So it's not Thursday yet. You know what I'm saying? Get your tickets to Atlanta. Atlanta going and DC is it. I don't know why I keep saying that shit. DC is it, bro. DC is it. DC is it. I'm trying to tell you. It's the best, bro. Make sure y'all make it to DC. Risky Weekend DC.eventbrite.com. If you inbox me tonight, I got a little discount code for you. You know what I'm saying? But we got 3 events already lined up, plus the VIP event. And I think I might even add 2 more. That's how real it is.
Shit like that.
Get there Thursday if you can to get acclimated. All right. I'll see y'all on the Discord. Get your ticket to DC. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. What, Kelly?
I was gonna say I got a question about the blackout party after live.
Oh, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be safe and do the right thing, man. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we out.